It may seem like I'm doing a lot of Harley Davidson videos lately, but there is a lot to talk about. Like the recent move they did, they canceled a bunch of models, but now they brought in a different model. Let's talk about it in this video. So I've recently done videos on Harley Davidson losing touch with its culture and trying to reach all these new young markets with new fancy projects and new fancy technology. Building the old, classic, timeless culture is really what Harley Davidson needs to be focused on. And now they've done just that. Harley Davidson has a new icon collection, and this one that we're talking about today is the Electroglide Revival. I thought it fitting to film this video right in front of my 1996 Electroglide. This is one of the newer Electroglides. It was the first year, the first model, they tested their fuel injection. So that's something a lot of people don't know about this old Electroglide. It's actually fuel injected and the first Harley Davidson to ride to every dealership in the country in a single run. Needless to say, it pretty much makes me an Electroglide fan. I've always loved the bikes. I've loved the way they've looked. I like the Batwing fairing. I have a Road Glide as well, and the Road Glide definitely performs better on the road, but man, the Electroglide fairing, that Batwing fairing, looks better going down the road, if you ask me. The Stubborn American event happening right here at the K River Campground the first weekend of October every year. The wildest event I will attend all year, and y'all should attend with me. Get more details, AdamSandoval.com. I have to say I'm pretty excited to see them bring back an old school style bike. This Electroglide Revival is modeled after the 1969 Electroglide. Let's take a look here at the new Electroglide Revival versus the Electroglide of 1969. A few of the things I've noticed and really like about this bike is the 4-inch extended seat that's higher. It's all white and vintage and old school looking. I really dig it. I think if you're going for a throwback, it's pretty cool. It's an old school bike like we all want to have, but with the rideability of a new bike. A classic I think Harley Davidson should never get away from is the two-tone fuel tank. I think it's iconic, I think it's beautiful, and it just speaks timeless to me. Wire spoke wheels are a necessity anytime you're going vintage, and this bike's got it. And once you've got them spokes, the best thing you can do is wrap a beautiful white wall tire around it. They've done that again too. Again, speaks vintage, speaks old, speaks classic, and just looks sexy. The bike is laced with chrome everywhere. This is another old school thing that honestly I hope doesn't come back because I love my blacked out parts, but I can always appreciate looking at the chrome. The chrome is just a beautiful thing. I just don't like to take care of it. Rideability, of course, is one of the reasons you may want a newer over the older. The old one came with a 74-inch shovel head engine, and it's a classic engine, but it's got a horrible reputation. You basically need to be a mechanic to keep it alive. Where the new Electroglide is coming with the 114 Milwaukee 8, which after a few sumping issues in the early years has really proven to be a pretty solid and sound engine. The original came with a 4-speed transmission, but now with the new one, obviously you're getting the 6-speed transmission you find on all the new bikes. You will definitely notice, as with any new model motorcycle or vehicle that comes out that's doing kind of the throwback style, there are definitely some changes from the originals. There's definitely some modifications, but technology is one of the beautiful modifications that comes with the newer model. Some of the older styling just can't be replicated 100% in a lot of these old throwback style vehicles are putting out these days, but I think they did a pretty good job with this Electroglide in my opinion. And that, my friends, is really what I think Harley Davidson needs to do. They need to embrace the old culture, that old style, the heart of what made Harley Davidson Harley Davidson. Listen, there are all kinds of younger generations running flannel shirts. Those are a thing of the past. Beards have become a very popular thing right now. Another thing out of the past. A lot of the younger generation is embracing the old school style, and I think it's a perfect opportunity for Harley Davidson to capitalize. Because let's face it, when it comes to old school styling, Harley Davidson, kind of the king. And with all this good they're doing, they had to mess up somewhere, and this is where, in my opinion, the price tag. They make this beautiful bike that everybody's gonna love, and then they price it out of a lot of people's market, $29,200. I mean, Ouch, that's an expensive price tag. If I was in a position to buy this bike and it was my only motorcycle, maybe, if I just love the look. But if it's a secondary motorcycle for me, I'm definitely gonna go with the old shovel. Harley Davidson, they're getting so close, they're doing so good. They're getting the old bikes back to the market, and then they do something like this. I don't know. We'll see how it takes off. We'll see how it does. Either way, I love the motorcycle. I love the way it looks. I love the idea, but I absolutely hate the price. How many of you agree with me? Let me know down below. And if you enjoy all these updates on Harley Davidson and what's happening with the motor company, because there is a lot happening, be sure to smash, click, punch, poke that subscribe button down below. You'll get notified when we have our next video up and cover the shenanigans of Harley Davidson.